Let me tell you something, yeah. My name ain't Sullivan, yeah. My name's Dan, yeah. Fat Dan. Remember that. Fucking bullying me and my friends again. Get in! Fucking dog. Get in! That's enough messing, right? Stop it! Hang on, hang on. Don't come in yet. Yeah, come in. It's a hard handle, just check, that's it.
How you doing?
So I've put the game on pause.
Alright. How you doing?
I'm alright, I'm just pissed off with this. Because I'll tell you now, no offence to you, because I know you're only doing your jobs. You deserve bloody medals and that as far as I'm concerned. But I've now got the receipt somewhere from my solicitor. This should have ended 2.5 years ago now. I've now took my solicitor's advice. He's now sent the forms off to this IPOC or IOPC now. I've got every intentions of not just suing Bedfordshire, but Humberside Police for this now. I'm sorry. It's nothing against you personally, but this should have ended 2.5 years ago. My family have done statements. I've done statements. I've even sent Bedfordshire Police last year evidence of a card that high to, what's it called? What's that police station in Bedford called? Lime Street. Nothing has happened. I've got a silver case up there if you want to get it down. I've been getting letters sent to me called P file and all that. Hang on. If you've got a camera or something where you can record all this evidence. Oh, hang on, here's the sheets. Now settle down. There's the links. That's what I've got so far. There you go. That's what I've got so far. Now, Jerningham is a very good friend of mine online. They're even bullying him, something chronic, yeah. Now, I've got footage on my mobile phone, just bear with me, I've got to find that now. Is that it? Yeah. Mate, can you just grab my mobile phone off of behind me, please? This is it now. It ends, and it ends today. I'm not my family have now stepped in now, and they've now said if it doesn't stop, he's going to get hurt, and I don't want it to go that far. I'm now fearing now from my family, because I know what's going to happen.
From who?
From my family.
Fearing from who?
I'm fearing from my family for these trollers, because my family have said, because if they don't leave me alone, they will, I'm telling you, these trollers will leave me alone. I'm telling you.
The trollers are miles away, aren't they?
But this is just it's not just the fact of what they've done. Is, to me, they can call me whatever they like. I don't give a shit.
Right.
But when you've got a mother that's nearly in her 80s that's just got over Hodgkin's lymphoma, how the hell they've got her address to begin with, right?
Right.
They're sending male prostitutes round to her house at 3 o'clock. She's just got over Hodgkin's lymphoma.
And what's happened in regards to that? Has that been reported?
Yeah.
Okay.
The police have been round her house.
Okay.
In fact, the police come round her house that night and then come round my house.
When was that?
Oh, about 5-6 months ago.
Okay.
But it's still happening.
So that investigation has obviously been going on, or whatever, and it's ended for whatever reason.
Well,
that's a totally different department for us.
It's from the same trollers, though.
Okay.
I think the issue with your mum's address, I'm sure I've watched a video where you've mentioned where she lives or her phone number. I'm sure I've seen
I've
that.
never given my mum's address
I
out,
am
ever.
I am sure
And I've
I've
actually
seen
got
that.
the evidence somewhere
Bearing in mind
where
that
they've said they've hacked in to find details about
Okay.
her.
Regardless of what anyone else has said, I am sure that I have watched a YouTube video, bearing in mind I've watched a lot of them, of you revealing her personal details onto the internet.
I've not actually personally given it out, but I've actually said, why has someone put my mother's address out there? Now, I can quite assure you of that. You know what I mean? I've actually got evidence, a lot of it, of where these trollers are actually admitting to doing what they're doing. And I've actually handed that into Lime Street. What the hell's going on?
Why have you given it to Lime Street? Because Lime Street
Because,
You're going to send it on to me, basically.
Okay.
it went on to, well, but back then it was somebody else.
Okay. Danny, you probably don't remember me. I remember you when you was living in Blunham, years ago.
I remember your face.
Years ago, when you were in the back, in that shed thing.
When Dad was dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was there then, so I remember you from then.
I know, because you used
Before
to
you-
see it with Dad, yeah.
Yeah, before you became a TV star and all of that sort of stuff.
Oh, back in the stupid days,
Yeah.
when I done my time for that, you know what I mean?
So
I said some stupid thing. Hey, I'm no angel,
That's
don't get
what-
me wrong.
no,
I'm
I
no angel. I hold my
and
hands
that's
up
why
to
I'm
that.
coming here to speak to you, because I know you from past anyway.
Exactly, I've got no qualm about that. But it's the fact is, back then, trollers in them days, they were just stupid idiots, you know what I mean? You had to go at them once, that was it, they were gone, they left you alone. But these trollers are another kettle of fish
Okay.
altogether.
However, I put things in place with Aaron
Right,
to help you and support you.
yeah,
But you don't seem to be taking that on board. In
But-
regards to, he's giving you those lists, those diaries,
yeah,
sheets, you need to complete those
yeah,
and give them to Aaron every now and again.
not a problem.
Not phone every time 999 101 to Bedfordshire Police. Aaron will collect that information, review it, and find out what is evidence that we can use and what we can't use,
Yeah.
and then he will pass it on to the relevant department who will investigate the crime. You can't keep phoning 101.
It's just so
Because
frustrating though.
it's a big demand on us. We've got a lot of things on going at the moment.
Hey, I appreciate that, I appreciate that.
And you probably think this is a big thing, and yes, it is a big thing to you. However, compared to some of the other things that we have to manage and deal, you have to realise that we have to deal with priorities. We have to prioritise everything. Alright?
Yeah.
So, can I ask you to just complete these diary sheets? If you
Yeah.
need more diary sheets, we'll get more diary sheets for you. But we will collect them, and don't keep phoning the control room for it. Unless it's an emergency, obviously.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
fell out of bed or something, you need 999 or whatever. Anything
I've got
like
this,
that,
that's what I've got this
you
for.
know, yeah. So you know when you should be phoning us, okay? Can
Yeah.
I ask that you do that, please?
Yeah, yeah, not a problem.
Because
not
what
a
I
problem.
don't want is to end up dealing with you for wasting police time.
Yeah, yeah, not a problem.
And I'm sure you don't want that. We'll
No,
help
it's
you as
not a
much as
problem.
we can.
It's not a problem.
Alright, we will help you as much as we can. The other thing I want to say to you, some of those videos, you're there in just a pair of underwear, set of underwear.
Previous ones.
Yeah, see, a lot of them are my old ones.
Okay.
No, we've
You
got.
can't
But the
do
thing
that.
is, though, they're from my old accounts off my other, a lot of them off my old consoles, which
Yeah.
I don't remember the accounts. If I knew them, I'd turn it all off.
Okay.
But the problem is,
But that's
what they
possibly
do
what
though,
started part
they
of it.
keep putting it out there. They keep redistributing it.
But this is the thing,
That's the
Daniel.
problem.
This is the thing. You've created a lot of digital content that cannot be deleted. If they regurgitate it, unfortunately, by publishing it, they can. A lot of what you've shown me on all of these, I've researched them online. There are still no offences being committed. Yes, they're horrible and they're abusive and they're nasty. They're not grossly offensive or indecent, again, in comparison to what I have seen you publish and post. And secondly, having watched some more again, I am concerned that you are making phone calls to the police. So when we came in here, you were particularly vociferous about your complaint to Bedfordshire Police and everything else, yeah? I have seen a similar course of conduct in that, where that appears on a video that's edited, where you are then allowing your trolls potentially to be viewing that to fuel whatever you're doing. So I'm fully expecting your camera up here to potentially be on, recording me.
No, but you're more than
Okay.
welcome to have a look.
But appreciate my suspicion here. So you have content put on the internet to look, I'm turning the police. That doesn't help you. That doesn't help
Right.
us. That actually makes us think more often than not that we are just a bit of a pawn in a bit of a game, and it's got to
Well-
stop. Like I said before as well, I don't assume what you're telling me is the truth. I don't believe you, and I will challenge you on what I think is incorrect, as I will do everybody and everything, because it would be unfair of me just to take your word for it. I need you to provide me with evidence and show me that there are harassment offences being committed and malicious communications offences being committed, and you are not to be contacting Bedfordshire Police directly to report them unless there is a threat to your life or a threat to your well-being that is an immediate concern. And you've got to stop calling me every day as well, because I can't manage your constant phone calls as well.
They've put all my address up there. Now, I can never prove who put it out there, but this is actually Google.
Okay, that's not harassment. That is your details on a Yellow Pages, essentially.
Not just
Everybody.
Yellow Pages.
Everybody has that.
Ultimately,
Anybody who's registered to vote and an address will have something on a system somewhere.
What, wheelie bins?
Really big.
This ain't just on that site, it's on every single site you can
No,
find
no.
it.
They all link into others. So all of those websites will link to others. So it won't be just the normal.
No, I
government or council
don't
ones.
use Twitter. I don't use Twitter.
show us.
Hang on. I wouldn't even know what Twitter was, to be fair. I know it's some sort of...
You know it's a social media platform.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck's sake, won't even let me... Here we go. Now, most of these are all the trollers that I know. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of these don't really bother me that much now.
Okay.
But, yeah.
What are you showing me?
Well, that's off the site.
Okay. So, how is that threatening or harassing to you?
Right,
in
I'll
the
show it.
criminal
Right,
sense?
look at the names.
Yeah, I can see your name is there.
Right, hang on.
Is that where they're reposting your videos?
And when they do, what they do now, Richard Hull, what he does now, he'll do his live stream, but he'll have them in his ear where you can't hear. And what they're doing, they're actually watching my live stream, or even if I'm in a chat party with someone, and that's when they're abusive.
Okay, so don't make yours publicly available. I've said to you before, the main purpose of your using these chat facilities is to speak to your family, and as a direct quote what you told me, there's no reason why you can't pick up the phone and disengage yourself from the means of which these people are allegedly committing offences towards you or causing you alarm or distress. It is reasonable that you would take reasonable action to stop that happening, and it is incumbent on you to do that as well, to remove yourself from the problem.
And that will
But the
be
trouble is...
that will be asked at court as well. What
Yeah,
have
but
you
then
done?
even when I've stopped live streaming, that's when people start sending stuff round to my house.
And it's then,
That's the problem.
so it then carries on, because you then start. Remember what we said last time? You then put a message out to your trollers that I saw. You weren't expecting me to be able to see that. I'd seen.
No,
that
because I
video.
gave my details out.
Yeah, I watched that video where you were calling them out. I've seen numerous videos where you call them out. Again, you feed the beast. It carries on because you constantly reply to them. So they are being engaged with, and then you are being engaged with. The more you reply, the more it's going to happen. Yes, they might send stuff to your house because this is where you live and your address has been found out by them, whatever. There needs to be a consideration about you, maybe considering living
Oh,
somewhere
actually,
else.
she wants to talk to you
Okay.
because they're even harassing her
Okay.
by sending her messages.
Who is she?
That's my ex. You
Okay.
know Emma.
No, I don't. Your ex can ring the police.
Right,
It's a
okay.
separate matter to you entirely.
No problem.
Okay? If she's receiving harassment alarm distress, she rings the police as it is her complaint.
No
Again,
problem.
her telling you that she's being harassed by these makes you feel that you're being harassed by virtue of the third party. That's not harassment alarm distress. That's not harassment in the criminal law aspect.
Not a problem.
That's not malicious communications.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
What am I going to see on these? What am I going to say?
They're being derogatory towards my disabilities and stuff like that.
Have these been reported to YouTube?
Say that again.
Have they been reported to YouTube?
This is the thing. We try reporting it, but nothing ever happens.
Okay. That's YouTube. That's not us.
Right.
Okay. Ultimately, the community standards, if they are breached, they are of a lower threshold than the police's and the law. The law says around malicious communications using electronic means of communication, written or like that, or over the telephone, is grossly offensive or indecent. Okay? What I've seen so far, again, is not grossly offensive. It's bloody annoying, and you don't like it.
And that's two different things.
However, you do need to disengage yourself with watching them for a start, and get on with not following what they're doing. Because all you're doing, you're involving yourself in it. You're immersing yourself in that lifestyle. By immersing yourself in that lifestyle, you're not living anything else except this suspected harassment that you are receiving.
Right, okay.
So you need to, as I said before, you need to disengage with that lifestyle.
Well, that's not a problem. What I'll do, I shall just ignore them. Because, I mean, I've done live streams. They put comments on my live stream, and I've just been playing my game and just ignoring it. But, like I say, I tell you now, if you want to arrest me, you're more than welcome to. But anyone comes anywhere, and in my home, the first thing I release through that door is this little beast. And it's like the law says, if he takes a finger off while they're in my garden, he does not get destroyed and I don't get prosecuted. So as far as I'm
Protecting
concerned,
property, okay.
that's exactly what I'll do.
Okay. What
So-
about... Okay, we're not here to arrest you. We don't want to arrest you, Danny. And you don't want to be arrested. But take on board what I've said about not phoning the control room all the time. Aaron will pick up these sheets. Do you need any more sheets dropping round?
No, I'm alright at the moment.
Okay.
But do I have your permission to use the last one to photocopy so that I can get some more, so it saves me having to keep...
If you want to do it that
Going
way,
to
that's
Lime
fine.
Street.
I've got no problem with
the
that.
only reason why I say that is because it's got his details on there and I don't want to...
So what I would
be in
ask you
trouble.
in that respect is, I did see the video where you got them like that and you live streamed all of your evidence.
Yeah, but I didn't show you details.
No, you didn't. So first of all,
Yeah,
if you live stream these sheets on here
Yeah.
and you get my name in it,
yeah,
whilst my name is publicly accessible, you're going to piss me off. Okay?
yeah,
Because I don't want my name particularly bandied around your live streams or other people's.
yeah.
Secondly, you are destroying any credibility that you have of any evidence by live streaming it on the internet.
Right.
You are absolutely killing your credibility as a witness
And
if you're going to be
it
one.
won't get to court because they already know all the evidence.
Right, not a problem then.
So you've got to keep that evidence here with us so that we can review it, and we will give them the evidence when it gets to court, if it gets to court,
Right,
where we need to.
not a problem.
Quick question: your solicitor. What were you talking about your solicitor for earlier? What's happening there?
What it is, with my solicitor originally, because at the moment my solicitor doesn't know this guy's address,
Okay.
but my solicitor, now I've got to pay for it
So what's your solicitor doing? Why have you got the solicitor?
because I want to get this letter sent to Richard Hull just to ask him to stop what he's doing and leave me alone. That's it.
Okay.
That was it.
Has
Now-
that been done by police already?
But they've done it with Matey Boy. What's he called? Remy. He leaves me alone now.
Right. And who
But-
did that? Did the police do that, or did your solicitor do that?
The police have done that because
Okay.
it was just he's not really so much a troller.
Okay.
He's just all mouth.
Right.
He was the guy that I made friends with years ago in real life with my ex because we got the same hobby, spiders and stuff
Okay.
like that. But with Richard Hull, although I've never met the guy, he's more intense of a troller.
Okay.
He's more, yeah, he's
And
the
your
worst.
solicitor is sending a letter to him.
Well, we're trying to,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you want Aaron to speak to your solicitor?
Yeah,
wanna
I
give
can
us-
do, yeah.
Do you want
I'll-
to give us his details?
Yeah, not a problem.
You send it me via text message.
Alright then.
Yeah.
Send those details to your
jumping.
solicitor. Aaron will speak to your solicitor and see if there's anything we can work together
No
with.
jumping.
See what we can do together. I'm not here to say that we're not going to help or we can do anything, but at least if Aaron speaks to his solicitor,
Yeah.
we'll then have an idea of what he's doing. He'll also know our stance on it and what we can and what we cannot do.
Yeah,
So-
because he said like that.
Because at the moment, you're going to be up here. So you're going to be raging because of this and whatever, so you're only going to tell him your side of the story.
Yeah.
We can actually tell him a little bit of both, because we will have done the investigations, we will have further information that you may not be privy to. So
not a problem.
send those details across, and Aaron will contact his solicitor
Right,
and
no
have
problem.
a chat with him as well.
Yeah, not a problem.
Alright?
Because all it is, to be fair, I just want Richard Hole to leave me alone.
Okay?
That's all I want.
Be also mindful, it might come back the other way.
Yeah.
Once he gets a letter, he may ask for exactly the same that happened to you, to get you to stop contacting him or doing anything.
But that's the
And it'll
thing,
be
I've got
exact-
nothing to hide. I mean, I know that I've interacted with them in the past. I know that. I don't dispute that, you know what I mean? But I've just done it out of frustration, you know what I mean?
Okay? But
You know?
it'll probably be, you just be mindful you might get a letter of a similar nature coming back to you
Yeah,
to tell you to stop doing it as well.
yeah.
Alright?
Well, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to play the old ignore it game. I mean, I'm going to tell my friend to just blatantly just ignore them. And just ignore it, see how far that goes.
Okay.
At the moment, get down. I'm hoping that these ain't going to have to be used, but get down!
Okay. That's fine.
Um,
Alright.
and just see how it goes from there. I mean, I don't give a shit if the guy calls me a paedophile or not. I know I ain't no paedophile or not. I've never had a kid in my life. At the end of the day, I've done some dumb things. I said some dumb things on my old PS3 days, which I'm not proud of, as you already are aware. You know what I mean? I've done time for it, you know what I mean? And I'm not proud of it. But at the end of the day, I said some stupid things. I opened my mouth when I shouldn't have opened my mouth at the wrong place at the wrong time. But at the end of the day, you know, the police have known me since I was like, what, 4 or 5 years old now? Well, you know the score. You've known my late stepfather. At the end of the day, one thing I ain't is no paedophile and a nonce, and I will stand my ground.
Get down.
I'm telling you, you're going to get slapped. Get down. Now stop it. You're going to learn. You're going to learn. Sorry. Get here.
Apart
You've
from
got to
that,
learn.
down here, everything else alright?
Sorry, mate.
Are you alright with everything else?
I'm alright. I just need...
How's he
Stop
looking after you?
Oh, that's good. I'm just worried about my... Right, I got you. You're going to stop... Mate, it's because he's a rescue dog.
Yeah.
Now stop it. People's work clothes. They've got to pay to get them clean. Anyway,
How's he looking after you?
I'm not worried about what happens to me. I'm just worried about my mum at the moment. I've
Okay.
not been able to see her.
Is she still in the same address?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just worried about my son and everything. So I've got a little boy now,
Right.
and it's just.
Well, hopefully at the end of the day, you got the opportunity. Can she use Skype or something like
Oh
that?
yeah. I talk to her on
Good.
FaceTime and
Keep in touch with
stuff
her.
like that. It's
Because
just-
those little messages, those interactions, make a difference for her and for you, don't they? Okay.
Well, it's
we
only
will
her
get-
and my son, and
We will get
and
through
I've got
this
left.
eventually. Eventually, this will all go away,
I hope it does.
and then we can obviously go back to how it was. Hopefully.
The only
Alright.
thing is that I do want to ask, because I've been told to ask for permission, because my parents can't give that permission out. Is it okay for me to go and see my mum sometime within the next couple of weeks, just through her glass window, so that she can just put some of my Christmas, because she's going to let me have it a week or two early?
Okay. I'm going to say I would wait until after next week. When
Oh, that's what I mean. That's
Yes.
what I'm saying. After the second.
I think you need to wait until those instructions come from the government for the
Right.
guidelines, because it might be a
Because
case
she's got no
that
immune
you,
system.
that you
you
can
see,
go
so
anyway.
I
There
don't
may be a
wanna-
case of you're allowed to go then anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean I won't go in the house because she's got, because of her
No, yeah.
cancer treatment,
Yeah.
as you already know. I'm not going to go in
You've
there
got to
because
protect
she's got
her
no-
as well as yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I'm
but
just
yeah,
going there to pick up some stuff, and you know, and
you don't need to get our permission, you need to get the government permission for that, unfortunately. And we're all in the same boat. We're all
Yeah.
going to wait for that decision.
But yeah,
Alright? Right, we're going to go and let you crack on.
not a problem.
Right, it's good to see you again.
Long
take on
time
board.
no see.
Take on board what I said though, alright?
Yeah,
You don't need to keep phoning us. You've got those sheets, and Aaron will be obviously in touch with you. You've
well,
got
as soon as my
text
friend comes online, because he lives in a place called Manchester Telford Shibnall,
him. Alright,
something like that. I'm just going to tell him now he's just got to stop talking to them and
Yep,
engaging
that's
them.
it, exactly.
Did you ring Humberside Police last week?
Oh yes, I did.
What did they tell you?
They said that the evidence that I've given you, you've got to give to them as well.
Right. I would, in future with them, you can provide that to them directly. I don't need to come and see you for that. If they want to take
the officer rung yesterday,
if they want to take a statement from
last
you,
night, and said give it to you.
if they want to take a statement from you, they can do it over the phone. I've not had any officer's contact details to provide anything to.
Lying bastards.
Okay? So they have contacted.
They rung me last night
Daniel,
and said that I've got.
still, mate. They did ring me. They did ring the police and say, "Can you go get the evidence from you?" This is why we're here still, because we have this regular contact. I've got no details who the officer is. Okay.
Barley.
If you've got some details, text them.
Right.
Along with your solicitor's details.
Not a problem, yeah, I will do. I'll send it to you.
We'll follow it up if needs be then.
Yeah.
Alright?
Because my solicitors are only up the road anyway, so it's not a problem.
Danny,
All
nice to see you, mate.
You wouldn't mind closing the blue gate, 'cause it's a bit of a pain.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, thank you.
Take care, mate.
Thank you. Now, settle down. No. Now, that stops. That's naughty. No biting. Now, this stops. Now, I want to play my game. Now, stop it. Are you going to be doing this all the way through? No. Now, I want to play my game now. There you go. Go down. All right. It's all right. They're lucky. They got away with it. It's all right. They got away with it this time. But I'm just going to ignore it. Where the hell is it? Coming! Coming! Oh, hang on. Sorry. Shut up. You alright, mate?
Hello, Dan.
He won't hurt you, it's just all mouth. You have to bear me, 'cause I'm tidying up at the moment.
What?
Come in. I am expecting you.
No, it's fine.
You have to
No
bear
worries.
me, because I'm sorry. It's just my game screen on at the moment. Stop it!
You can let the dog go, it's not a problem.
You alright?
I'm a dog person.
Yeah, sorry, he will keep jumping.
I am, however, not a dog person.
Oh, they won't hurt you, mate?
That's fine.
Hey, please! Stop it, dog.
That is
Right.
just a jump.
Now, stop jumping. Right, what's happening is now, I had an appointment sometime last week. Hang on, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Here we go. That's who I was seeing. I don't know the person's name because it doesn't say. I had an appointment last week. Messages. There we go. To see that person. There was no names mentioned. And it was basically to do 2 statements about my trollers. Stop it. Sorry, it's a mess. I'm tidying up. Anyway. I went in there I had all my phones, as you can see, they're on here. And when I come back that day, I had all my phones ready with all the leads and everything. Then they decided, no, they wanted me to go and get a USB stick to put it all on. How the hell do I put evidence on 2 phones on a USB stick? I know I've got a PC, but I have no idea on how to do it, because I'm not that technically minded. So now they want me to put it on USB stick so that then they can get on with it. But the problem is now, I've done what the police have done. I've done what this lady said to do. Ignore them, blah, 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 blah. Don't interact with them, blah, 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 blah. Just dozing off to sleep last night, I had a male escort around my house. And he actually had one of the trollers' numbers. I said, look, did they send you a message? He said, yes. I said, can I have the number from the message? He said, oh, I go and get a pen. Stupid me, didn't think. As I was coming in through the door, he was legging it up the road. So I couldn't get the number. He was obviously a male escort, isn't he?
How do you know it was a male escort?
Because at the time, oh yes, here we go. Oh, you'll like this. Although I wasn't interacting, here we go. Here we go. What am I doing? Here we go. I'm just hoping it's this one. I've got everything all on there. Everything. And this particular one had
What is that? What is
all the trollers were in one room together.
How do you know?
Because they all associate. And I can even show you on here if you want.
How do you know they're all in one room together though?
Because I know by their voices, and you can see their names up on the screen. You can see their names on the screen. It's public, anybody can see it. It's YouTube. And what they do, they're very clever. They try to delete their numbers. There's another one. Now at the end of the day, it's irrelevant as to whether or not, although I have done in the past, but I don't sort of like, how can I say,
Retaliate?
I have done in the past, but no, what do they call it, like mix with them, but if it wasn't for my PC, it's all well and good saying ignore them, but you can't. You can still, that's why I have that PC, that's why I went out and got it. It's not to interact with them, it's so that I'm always 10 steps ahead of them. I don't interact with them, I don't talk to them, I don't watch them. I do it to get that thing up there.
What?
That there is the link.
Okay.
That there is what tells you what all their viewers are saying. That's all I'm interested in. That, the time, the date and what they're saying, and the link, and their account details. I've got no interest in watching anything else. I can't talk to them, they can't hear you. Can't hear me, I can't hear them. That's all I'm interested in. Now I'm not being funny, if it wasn't for me getting that evidence, no offence to you guys, but are the police getting that evidence?
Well,
exactly.
Because we can't.
Why?
We don't have
And you know the funny thing
powers.
is, you say that, Bedfordshire Police last year were just given an £18.6 million online crime fighting bureau department. So, what?
So come on, guys.
What are they doing? Seriously? This has taken 20 months.
But the way YouTube works means we're not allowed to press YouTube to give us the evidence. They legally don't have to. It's the same as WhatsApp and Instagram.
But yet they've said when I've spoken to them that in order for them to do something about it, they need the police to come to them.
Yeah, so what we'd have to do is take YouTube to court, or the owner of YouTube, which is Google. So Bedfordshire Police would have to take Google to court to try and get evidence of people saying things about
Now this is another thing. I've spoken to Google, and they've said what I'm doing is not illegal. They said I can take the details down to give it to the police. I'm not breaking any law.
Which is absolutely right, which you can do, but we're not allowed to go and do it. You have to give that information to us. That's the way it works.
And that's what I'm doing. I'm not interacting with them. I'm not interacting with them in any way, shape or form.
Have you considered taking down the YouTube channel and not?
Yeah, but this is the thing. I've done what the police have done. I've ignored them over the last, since I saw that lady. When I ignore them, boot them, block them, which I have, I can show you my friends list, they're all blocked. But when I've done that, this is when they start sending out all the male escorts, all the prostitutes, and all that lot.
But how do you know it was a male escort?
Because the video evidence is there.
Where?
And it actually shows their face and everything.
Go on then, let's see that.
Right, here we go. I've got to find it, but bear with me. Right, here we go. Just bear with me for a minute, I've got to find it. Actually, it was quite a lengthy one, actually.
When's your next appointment with the police?
I've just been told now to, as soon as I can get this got onto the USB,
then do it, yeah.
Then that's when they're going to start the proceedings off. Hang on. Ooh. Wait, out there.
Oh, you're finding a new Call of Duty?
Alright, mate, alright,
It's not bad, is it?
It's not too bad. No, it's not that one. What about this one?
God.
Oh, they won't hurt you, mate.
Oh, no, I don't trust anyone when they say that. Oh.
No,
What's the most poisonous one you got?
No, mate, if they were poisonous and deadly, I mean, I do have a DWA licence, but no, none of them. They can give you a nasty bite, but nothing else, mate.
Wow. How many have you got in total?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, my 2 babies there, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
You had a whole room in there full of them, didn't you, last time?
Oh, they've all gone now. Oh, hang on.
What the ones that aren't in cages? Are they just normal house spiders?
Yeah, I'm getting rid of them slowly. What is it? No, it's not that one. It's like he's leaving his toys. Oh, I'm glad you are here as well, because this is one of the lads, Aaron Black. It's going to be a long process to have his animal removed. Unfortunately, the more we have, the more it helps or whatever. This is one lad now that he's insisting on trying to get my dog taken off me. Yeah, this is how much of a fruitcake he is. I'll show you something now.
How does he know you've got a dog?
Because of when I do like my live streams. Not that I do it very much now, but hang on. I'll show you. Because there's not much since now I've actually viewed it online. They leave me alone now. And I'm glad you're here actually, because I was told as well by the police to let you guys see it. He's now being chipped. He's all legal. He's now being chipped, and that's his collar there because he has to have that on because he doesn't get on with other dogs.
To be honest with you, I'll give you that back because
yeah, hang on.
I'm not too fussed about that. It's
hang on. Now this is another one. See, I don't even have to watch him. It comes up on there. If you look up on there, keep being called a paedophile and all that lot. It's all there. Even showing a picture of someone's baby. That's YouTube. Stop it. Now just press on there. Right, here we go. Oh, stop it, please.
Sit.
He's never been socialised. That's the
Stay.
problem. That's why I'm doing my best with him.
That.
Right,
Sit.
here we go.
I thought we had an agreement. I said
Videos,
sit, and you sat.
videos. Aha. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
Sit.
Just got to find it now.
Stay. That.
Is that the one?
Stay. Stay.
Hang on, I might have it.
What breed is it?
He's actually a Jack Russell Cross Staff.
It's a nice breed.
It's just a shame that people had him before, didn't socialise him. Hang on. Stop it, please! Trying to do something.
Stay high, then.
This is a nightmare. Trying to find every bloody... Where are you? Hang on, hang on. There's one on there somewhere from last night. Anyway, once it comes out on the USB stick, it will put it out individually. But hang on, is that it? Bear with me. This is the one, I think. This is the one. And that. What was the date yesterday?
18.
18. Right! Because it was literally only a few seconds. This is why I do it, you see. This is all the shit they say about me. And I've actually got videos where I don't deny it, I have said some horrible things about them and their family, but I've said it out of anger. You know what I mean? Come on, this has got to be it.
I think you need to stop streaming completely.
Yeah, but the thing is though, why should I stop streaming though? I'm the victim. They're the one, they're just getting away with it. And it's like my solicitors have said, no, Mr. Sullivan, you have the right, like anybody else does, to stream. And he said, Mr. Sullivan, stand your ground with them and the police. He said, the police are supposed to be doing, they've got an online crime fighting bureau. They've got to use it. Instead of just turning around and telling me not to stream. It doesn't work that way. The solicitors have actually said they are to make statements, or else he's going to go to the courts and force Bedfordshire Police to make the statements. Now, I don't want to go down that route. The fact is, though, I haven't done anything wrong. That's like me telling you not to drive to work. You can't. You need that car to provide for your family. But you're not going to let a troller stop you from doing that, are you? If I'm a bit funny, but if I stood at your door going like that all day and night for 20 months, what would you do? Eventually you're either going to call the police or go smack. Simple.
But no one's banging at your door.
No, but it's harassment now. It's not just me they're affecting my mother. How they got hold of her details, I don't know. But she's just got over Hodgkin's lymphoma and lost her breast last year, nearly 70 years old, and still on chemotherapy. Now, enough's enough. Now, my solicitors have actually said, if the police don't do something, or start taking statements, he's going to force them to legally. And I don't want it to go down that route. Now, at the end of the day, I want to make the statement. And you know the ironic thing about it is, though, 2 of my main trollers, Bedfordshire Police have got their address. They've actually got the troller's address. And I've even got recordings on here of me talking to the trollers, police forces, actually saying, all Bedfordshire Police have got to do is call us, we'll go and arrest them. Now, I've actually got that as evidence. Because my solicitor's now in the processes with this IPOC, whoever it is now, to sue Bedfordshire Police. And he said, I will win my case. He said, it don't take 20 months to take 2 trollers down. Sorry. He said, you can understand if they're in the middle of bloody Egypt or something. Fair enough. But yeah, it's got to stop. And as far as I'm concerned, if something ain't done, or statements, then I'm just going to let my solicitor deal with it. And I don't want to go that far. I really don't.
So you need to get that evidence to the officers that are dealing with that sort of
This
thing.
is why that's why they're saying. And I mean, I'm not being funny. It's like my solicitor said. You shouldn't have to be doing this, Mr. Sullivan. He said that. I mean, it's all over Avonlea News. I've actually got the clipping on there as well. I actually dug that up off the internet. Bedfordshire Police have just been given an £18.8 million online crime fighting bureau department. What the bloody hell are they doing with it then? Come on, seriously. I mean, I'm not being funny, but if I went there,
very short.
Exactly. But it's the fact that it's like my solicitor said, what the hell are they doing? He said, this is a joke. And I'm not being funny, but you want to see half the stuff that's up on YouTube about Bedfordshire Police. They said they are a national joke. Because it's not just me, though, that's suffering from these trollers. There's other people out there. I'm not the only one that's being trolled on. And then I'm not going to back down from this. Yeah, I don't stream so much now, I must admit, I don't stream so much. But I'm not going to back down from this. I'm a victim and I'm not going to put up with it. And I will stop this once and for all.
You're absolutely right. You are a victim. However, there are ways in which you can safeguard yourself.
I've done all that. I've done all that. I've accepted that when I ignore them, they're going to send crap through my door. I've accepted that. I've just been told that if any of them are ever, you seem a threat, then call the police. But it's like I say, I can only report what I've seen, what I know. But at the end of the day, I was that close to getting one of their other numbers. I've even got 2 of the trollers' numbers. Because they made.
Where you live?
Well, that part was my fault. Because I've got my hobby and I go to shows and things like that, you do things like this. Hang on. Where is it? I'll show you. I haven't got any more at the moment. I've run out. But this is where they've got my details from. From things like this where we do our cards. These are my friends online. The insect farm. Where I get my crickets from. That's where they've got my address from. Mine have run out at the moment, but if I could show you I would, but yeah, that's where they get all our details from. And I mean, I'm not being funny, but this is what we do for our hobbies. You know what I mean? We've got no, I mean, come on. Do I look like a paedophile that's going to give their name and address and their number out? I mean, seriously? I've got a 4.5 stone lump in between my legs, so does it look like I'm in a position to go very far? Seriously. The police have already had all my equipment, they've all come back clean. Last August, I've got nothing to hide. If they want to take my stuff, they're more than welcome, as long as I get it back. You know what I mean? I've got nothing to hide. But it's the fact is, I've done everything the police have wanted me to do now. Now I'm asking in return for something back. The police have got their address. All you've got to do is call them. That's all you've got to do. If I could find it now, I would, but in fact, hang on. Oh, I've just missed him. This is actually a very good friend of mine that's also being trolled. Seriously. You know, this has got to stop.
So what would you like us to do today?
What I would like to do is, if I can give you their names and that, if you get in contact with their police force, which one of them is Birmingham and the other one is Humberside, they will actually give you their addresses.
But haven't you've got an open investigation with Beds Police at the moment?
That is all for about the same thing.
Yeah, so...
Obviously I can't get all the trollers done because they're too clever, they haven't left any of their details. But these two are the worst. And Bedfordshire Police have got both their addresses. Now obviously, I can't have their addresses, which I understand, that's the law, data protection, all that, I agree with that. I've got no problem. But I've even got a letter from my solicitor somewhere down here where he said that what he was going to try and do was to send a letter, which I was going to have to pay for, in order to give Bedfordshire Police to give my solicitor their address. I don't want to go through that route. I'd rather do it where it's the easier route. I will give you their details quickly.
Well, we've already got them, haven't we?
Apparently, yes,
yeah.
But I need to give you their name. The name's Richard, but he calls himself Rich of Hull. Rich space off space Hull. And basically, the other one, he calls himself the Pigeon. Hang on, I'll show you quickly. There we go. Right, the first one is called Rich of Hull. That's what his details look like at the top, like the monkey man. I'm not saying that to be racist.
Okay.
That's that one. And the other one, I mean, I'm not even, well. He's on there now.
Pigeon.
Yeah, the Pigeon. And he's the one from Birmingham.
Okay.
So, yeah. All you got to do now is just contact their forces. And now, obviously, they've got to wait for the rest of the evidence to go through. And match it together. It's done.
Okay.
I know how the law works. I'm not being funny. My real father's name is Alec Thompson. You may have heard of him, but he's actually a police officer himself. Well, he's a lot higher up now. He's not on the streets anymore, as we call him, street bobbies. He's actually in an office somewhere in London. You know what I mean? So I know how it all works. I know how it works. Years ago, you used to ring them up. They took a statement from your home or wherever, your workplace or whatever. It went away, and that was it. It was done. You didn't hear anything else till you got a letter or a phone call back. But this has taken 20 months. I mean, enough's enough now. You know. But yeah, it's all done now as far as I'm concerned. That's it. Enough's enough. You know, you can only ignore them so far. We can all say things online. It's not the words that bother me. It's when they start doing it to my family. That's when I take it personal. You know, I've only got my son, my mum and my girlfriend left. I just lost my late stepfather a couple of years back. She don't need this. And she's got Guillain-Barré's as well, which doesn't help. You know what I mean? But you guys have got her address and all that. I mean, she'll confirm everything. Even the old dear sat there and watched them while she's been having her chemo at home. Some of the stuff. I've even got the phone call when they're calling my mother on there somewhere. Because people in the family have been telling me, Dan, he's online, quick. I said, no, I don't want to be watching them. I said, I'll go up there and take the links down. But when it had my mother on there, damn right I was watching it. It's disgusting. Calling me a paedophile, calling her an effing SLA and all this lot. Nah, that's enough. Then they're threatening to go out there and kill my mum's dogs, cut their heads off and put them on a stake and all this lot. To me, banter. But when they start actually giving her address out online, which is all on there, and you can hear them saying my mum's address, that's when I take personal to it. It stops now. Or else I'm going to have to go to my solicitor
And I do not want to be opening another whoop-ass can of worms on top of that. So please, I told you, that's all you got to do, is just make those 2 phone calls. And it's done. And in fact, there's already enough evidence in your station already. That guy I just showed you, the pigeon, actually sent me a card about that high with him going like that on it. Sorry, Mum, my French, I'm not directing it at you, but that's what he was doing on the card. Happy Christmas, you effing fat stroke, you nonce, and all that. The police have already got all that. They've already got it all. Then I had someone put in feces through the post. Police have already got all that. Then one stupid bright spark thought it was clever to send another card saying that it had anthrax. So you can imagine what that was like when I'm going down to bloody Lime Street police station and I had a load of hazmat police officers behind me putting me on the floor like I'm some bloody criminal. Oh yeah, it's all on your cameras, you look at it. I said, hang on a minute, I was told by the police to bring this as securely wrapped as possible, which I did. I put it inside a bag, inside one of those zip type bags, because I went to the shop and purposely bought it. Because when someone makes a threat like that to me, I don't understand what all this is about. Sending dangerous material like that. I even had my dog in next door for 2 days. Because I didn't know what the bloody hell to believe. If someone sent a threat like that through my door, what are you going to do? You're going to act on it. I was too frightened to leave the house for 3 or 4 days, so I didn't know if I was going to affect anybody else. For all I know, it could have been a bowl of acid. I don't know. Right, it stops, mate. I've had enough now. Enough's enough. Enough is enough. All I want to do, get on with my life, do my spider shows, get this place sorted out, because I'm actually due to move. That's how bad it's got. But my housing are now moving me now. They're moving me over to Cambridge.
Okay.
Because I don't really want to go, because I've got friends and family that live on the street for many years. I know all 3-4 generations of all the families. I used to go to school with them, Wootton, all of it. Although I'm not from Bedfordshire, I'm originally from North West London, Camden Town, Kentish Town. But I've been around in this area most of my life. Apart from when I was in and out of care. I don't want this. I've got palliative care nurses as well. This ain't my bed, this is a hospital bed. I've got all my oxygens there and everything. Oxymorph, my morphine with oxygen and everything. I'll come here to just die in peace. That's all I want. Just to be left alone. I don't care. They think I'm a paedophile or not. Just let them. I don't care. Just say what they like. I've got nothing to hide. I go out there and hold my head up high. But I'm not having it done to my mother. I'm not having it. Enough is enough. So all I'm asking, please, is just go back to the station, ring up their station and get this done and dusted.
Well, it won't be for us to do that. It'll be the officers investigating it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to get that information together somehow and get it over to them so that they can do what they need to do.
Can you show me, if possible, how on earth I can do this? Because I have no idea.
They said what information it is.
Right, basically, I've got to put, like I just said, I've got to put everything from here to here. This is your property, not mine. This is your property. This is what I've got to give you like back.
Is it all pictures and videos?
Videos and pics. They just said to somehow get the information from my 3 phones from here onto there.
So what phones are they? All iPhones?
No, this one's an iPhone 7.
That's a Windows phone.
That one I'm not really too fussed about. There's no crap on there.
So you need to download iTunes onto your computer.
iTunes, that's for music though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but you still need to be able, when you plug your computer, your phone into your computer, you need to transfer videos from your phone to your desktop or wherever.
Right, well I've got that. Hang on. Because she said DCIM, my friend, and I don't understand that. Hang on. What she said, go to my computers.
Well, plug the phone in first of all.
Get out, dog. Please. Right, here we go. Oh, there we go.
It's loading something, isn't it?
Yeah, currently no pictures. There is, just ignore that. Oh, wizard thing. Right, here we go.
So go to start,
Hang on, we'll go to there.
and then go to my computer.
My computer. Because I do not understand this at all.
And then,
Right, I've got to add this in now, haven't I?
not yet.
Not yet, no.
Scroll down. And then click on Apple iPhone.
Yeah, I'll double click, sorry.
Says there's nothing on it.
Unless it's already on there. So, show camera. Got pictures, here
Do
we
you
go.
not have to open up on the photos? Sometimes you have to open the photos up on there for it to transfer. Well, mine does anyway. I don't know.
Hang on, I'll just check it. No. Show.
It says there 0.
Unless it's the videos. Alright, here we go. See, none of this has been programmed or anything.
There's another way which you can do it. Do you have an email address?
Yeah.
Yeah. All of your pictures and videos, log into your emails on there, and then email them over to yourself, to your own email address, and then just go onto your emails on here, open them up and save them to your folder.
Mind you, there's shops around here that do them as well, isn't there? In Bedford, where you can have it done. Well, you
Probably.
better not be chewing that light up. Yeah, I'll have to do that. What I'll do, I'll send it to the. I'll go to PC Curry's tomorrow. PC Worlds will do it, wouldn't they, for a fee?
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah,
There should be.
because they would know. Because I
Yeah.
know they can be funny about USB sticks with all these viruses and all that. And I'll say to them, look, it's just new. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll do that then. Because this is your property. This is brand spanking new. This ain't mine. I don't own it.
No.
I mean, the thing's mine, but not this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, because the police have said, once I've handed this in, if it don't fit everything, then just let us know and they'll give me another one.
Yeah.
But obviously, I don't keep it. This is theirs. This is what they use for their cases. So, so that's what I'll do. I'll go to PC Curry tomorrow, and I'll have it all put
Yeah.
down on there. I can't say what order it's going to be in as it goes on, but no, like I say, hey, I'm no angel. I may be many things in this life, but I ain't no nonsense, I ain't no wrong. Wait! That's the bloody water bowl, that is. But yeah, like I say, I don't know what you're chewing that for. But yeah, sorry about them having to drag you out for this, but this has got to stop.
That's alright, well, we've got another job coming in anyway, so we're going to have to go to that. But
Yeah, not a problem, mate, not a problem.
like I said, if you can't get it done at PC World, like I said, just email it
Oh,
on
I
to
shall
yourself
give
and
it.
then get it across.
Alright,
Alright.
mate, thank you very much for your help.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much,
Alright.
officer.
Take care.
Oh, hang on, pass it. Can you pass it over for me? I just want to make sure, because I
Don't do a runner when we open the door.
That's the thing, because at the moment, it's not that he don't go out, it's because they haven't put the fence in along the hedge, so he can just go straight out the front.
Yeah, exactly.
You little pain.
Do you want us to leave this open or give it a close?
You can close the door, thank you.
No worries.
Thank you.
Bye.
See? Here, my little baby. No. No. You got there in a minute.